Welcome to Mr. N. Raghuraman, writer, columnist of Management Funda, consulting editor of Dainik Bhaskar, my mentor, dear friend, management consultant to large corporations. A big welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much.
We have chosen a very interesting topic today, and there are a lot of people who are going to watch live, and they will be watching a recorded version of this live feed. So our topic for the day is building second career. And no wonder whom I'm speaking to, someone who has seen transitioning himself from a pharmacist to a journalist, to a mentor, to a writer. So I wanted to hear your journey. What's your take? There are so many people whom I'm speaking to on a daily basis who are stuck in their life. They are daydreaming about second career. They have talent which is required, but somehow they are not getting that pathway. So this whole 20 minutes of experience is to share insights and ideas of how it can unlock them and assess them in their second career journey. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much for calling me for this wonderful weekly show that you have begun, and you are going to take it to a different level of talking to each executive who is looking for some kind of an opportunity in his life. I'm thrilled to be part of this particular move of yours. Who knows? This itself can become a second career for you. So you have. So you really don't know about this. Talking about me, I joined Roche Products in 1978 in Mumbai, and came straight from my college and joined because I had some influence over there. And 1.5 year down the line, 2.5 year down the line, 2.5 year down the line, somewhere in mid 80s, there was a small accident which in any factory happens. So that's not a big thing. It's not a great accident, but it was an accident in which I was the shift supervisor, and I need to be given, the kind of an explanation that how it happened. So I happened to give a kind of a small explanation about it, put it on the typewriter to type it out, because generally in a very middle class family, when you do your 10th or 11th, they send you to a typewriting institute to learn shorthand and typewriting because they think that this is a normal skill. And that helped me to type my copy faster and give it to the management. But the management took it in a very different level. They saw that, this guy, they first suspected that, it was not me who wrote it, because I was too young to write a copy of that kind. So they called my boss and asked him that, who is he? He said that, no, he's a young guy. He was just joined, and, and he was on the ship. So I asked him to give the explanation. So he gave it to me. So he said that, he seems to be good at communication. Call him. Let's talk to him. So I was called, and I was told that, you seem to be good at communication. Why don't you take our communication department? We are looking for somebody who actually need to do something on the communication area. So that's how I shifted from from a shift work of working in a factory to an office work of 10 to 5. And because I had some kind of free time in the evening, I thought that if I have moved into communication department, why not I do a communication degree for myself or a diploma for myself? So that forced me to go to the Xavier's and the KC colleges of Mumbai and seek admission over there. And there where I met 2-3 people. One was Patanjali Sethi from Times of India, Rajesh Sharma from India TV, RK Rangan. India TV was not there then, but Rajat was the editor of an onlooker magazine in Free Press Group. And similarly, a lot of professionals from the news media who actually edged me out. They said that you write well, why don't you join the media organization? My only contention was that pharmacy was paying me huge amount of money, and journalism was paying peanuts. So my father said that if you do any idiotically of this kind, I will take a slipper and slap you out. So I didn't know what to do. But fortunately for me, what happened is that there was a magazine called, some medical magazine where they wanted some kind for a person who can write and understand medicine also better. And they found me, far good for that particular post. And that's how I went over there. They paid me the money that I asked for, not much, but they paid lesser than what I was earning in Roche. But I took that, jump and I went over there. Then there was no looking back. I moved on to around 11 newspapers and traveled I launched DNA in Mumbai. I was editor for Indian Express in Bombay. So I traveled, across, and later on, I became, foreign correspondent, and kept going out, and that's how my journey for the second career started. But when I saw in when I was 52 years, and when I saw that, oh, journalism is getting, murkier and murkier, not because of any political reason, but basically because a lot of people who don't know how to write were, slowly coming into that area. And that made me that, I no, the first thing that I did was that Hindi journalism was growing faster than the English journalism. So I took a chance from moving out from Indian Express to Dainik Bhaskar, because where the growth is, you also grow better. So having worked for almost like 12, 13 years with Bhaskar from 1999 to 2012, I took a jump from there and said that, okay, fine, now it's my time to even get out of journalism and do something else. So that's how I got into the management consultancy, mentorship, and taking off various corporate guys and so on and so forth. So what I did actually in my career, Amit, is I kept changing at a level when it became a peak. When I know that I can't move beyond the ceiling, I need to change it immediately.
Wow.
So
wow.
That's how I did it. And believe me, you can't do that without your family support.
I think you gave
Obviously, the family has to say that, okay.
A fantastic insight for people to pick up. When are they hitting the ceiling in their
hello.
Fantastic. But not many people are as lucky as yours who discover their skill, or organizations support them in discovering their skill in just 2.5 years flat. I mean, you were spotted in Roche and you were shifted from a pharmacist factory role into a communication function. Now, what's your take on other people who don't get this opportunity, who don't get such encouragement, who are not spotted? And this is one. Secondly, as you move, as you spend 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, then you have put these labels onto you, then it becomes even more difficult. So what's your view here?
See, that is the reason. When you reach saturation level, people start putting labels on you. Now, when I became the editor and I became a kind of a state editor, I became a national editor. Then what else? You can't become an international editor because Dainik Bhaskar doesn't go international. So that's the time you should say goodbye and move on. That's what exactly I'm saying. You can't wait for a new post to be created for yourself. You need to create a post for yourself. You can't, ask the organization to create a post for yourself. That's how you'll have to keep moving. And, side by side, for example, I tell you, I'm a South Indian, completely Dakshin Bharat का हूँ. अब आप बताइए मेरे को कि मैं हिंदी में स्तंभ लिखता हूँ. अब आप बताइए कि मैं एक दक्षिण भारत का आदमी, जहां पे हिंदी के बहुत सारे बड़े बड़े महारथी बैठे हुए हैं, वहां पे एक सबसे बड़े पेपर में दैनिक भास्कर, which is supposed to be the third largest newspaper of this country now for the world, and in that paper I'm writing a column for last 20 years non-stop, 365 days. Now that can only happen if you have a commitment. That can happen only when you have a passion. That can happen only when actually you wanted to do it on a continuous basis. एक चीज कभी भी याद रखना बॉस, मम्मी का दाल चावल बहुत अच्छा लगता है, खीर कभी कभी बन जाता है तो ठीक है, लेकिन दाल चावल बनाने वाले को आप कभी नकार नहीं सकते. So if you are somebody who can actually make dal chawal in your profession every day, maybe a smaller amount, it's better rather than doing one kheer in a week and earning only 4 days salary instead of a weekly salary. So you have to think completely different in these kind of pandemic times. Pandemic times, you have to. The second thing that I will advise to people is that have a mentor. क्योंकि वो मेंटर जो होता है वही आदमी आपके अंदर की क्वालिटी को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकता है. There was somebody who identified a quality in me saying that you can write well, which I was not aware of. So when people started identifying that quality,
I agree with you. I think it's like you yourself are not able to spot your strength, and you need someone who can spot your strength, and then you move in that direction. You need those people, you need those mentors around you.
So invest on that. Like you invest on a newspaper to get the news content every morning, you invest on yourself with some advice from somebody. People, when they reach a particular position, they think that they don't need advisor. I'm sorry, you are wrong. That is the time you need more advisors. They will, somebody you need to have who will tell you on your face, Amit, this is wrong. You can't do this.
Wow.
Somebody has to be there. You can't get those, guys who says, yes, sir, I will do it. Yes, sir. The yes man you should not have. Yes man is okay till the organization is there. For your personal growth, you need to have who can actually show you the mirror and tell you that this is what you are. If that kind of a mentorship you have, maybe you meet him only once a month, nothing much. Like you go to your doctor and look at your physique that you are okay. Your chest condition is fine, your temperature is fine. Look at your career temperature also. Go to a mentor.
Beautiful.
Choose anybody of your choice, but choose a person who can be frank with you and who can be straight on your face. Don't go to a man just because you are paying money, he will tell you what you want to listen. No. He has to tell you what you don't want to listen.
Beautiful.
If you can get like that, probably yes, you can have.
Apart from mentor, what is the other way out, sir? How can you discover, okay, this is my talent? I understand it's a very natural process for me also. I never knew getting into this speaking. It just naturally happened out of serendipity. So how do you let yourself open and flow? What's your view here?
Try out. You cook and see. There is a book called Cook and See. It was written somewhere in 1900. If you actually cook and see, you probably you find out that you are good at cooking or not. Keep doing small thing as a hobby. Don't do it for earnings.
I agree.
Today,
I think you raised a fantastic point. I meet a lot of professionals who suddenly start getting into Excel sheet mode, and they start thinking of their second career, and they expand into Excel sheet, and they discover that they cannot make this much money, and currently they are getting this much, and they stay confused and they stay stuck.
That's the whole problem. If I would have not jumped from Roche to a Free Press Journal, which was the smallest paper of Mumbai then, from a salary of 2,000 rupees to 1,100 rupees, 900 rupees of lesser in 1980s, I would have not reached where I reached. So you call this as a leapfrog strategy. When a frog wants to jump further, it actually goes back. It takes a back seat and then jump further. So you will have to take that leapfrog strategy to go into. Can you do that? If you are going to count everything on money, you will reach nowhere. You will have to see where you are happier.
Wow.
If you are happier somewhere else, then this place is not for you. You have done what you are supposed to do. That's the end of it. Like in Roche, I used to produce Saridon to cure your headache. But when I came to journalism, I started giving headache to people. So from curing headache, so I started giving headache. So you will have to now think what you want to do.
I think you raised a very valid. So having a mentor is very important. I think just going with the flow is important. Taking those small baby steps and trying, and it's just like cooking small bits and pieces is important. Don't think about money making. Don't get into Excel sheet. I mean, that's a very wrong, fundamentally wrong approach. And right on, it will just happen if you are passionate about money is the byproduct.
100%. And the biggest problem with the current executives are the moment they get into a good position, they go into an EMI. So when you go into an EMI, you work for EMI, you don't work for your career. So you need to, your material acquisition should also be something which has to be very, very reasonable. Not more than 12-13% of your salary should go to EMI, because that is one part of your money that you can actually manage even if you lose your job. If you make it 30-35% of your salary as EMI, then you're finished. And that's the reason a lot of people are finding it difficult to manage.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So now let me ask you one important question.
So that,
yeah, I agree with you. I think EMIs play a big role, and financial structuring is one decision which stops people in following them. Now, what kind of choices, options? Obviously, when you started, now what are the choices, option you think people should see and have opportunities in this golden time we are living right now?
Oh, there are plenty of choices, Amit. I'm telling you, the human race is going to go back and live in a natural way rather than in an artificial way. The word progress is always attached to the economic growth of yours, not any other growth of yours so far. Now, the pandemic has made you to realize that the growth is called nothing to do with economics. It's to do with yourself. It's to do with your capability. It's to do with that how you manage things with other people. Now, these are the things that's going to play a huge role in the coming days for you guys. That, merge with nature, merge with the environment. People are going to buy less now. Let me be very clear. They are going to buy less. They are not going to buy more. But they are going to buy genuine products. They are going to buy humanity. They are going to buy love. They are going to buy affection. They are going to buy care. Are you ready to sell those portions of your life to people? If you start doing that, probably there's no end to the growth. We have to be genuine in what we are selling. If you are going to be, made up with makeups and powders and other things, then probably you will never do that. You have to be natural. And that's what the human race is looking at now.
I completely agree with you. I think there are plenty of opportunities which exist now, and you need to be very authentic, natural. People are looking for these emotions. If you can package it into your product and services.
The biggest thing, Amit, I'm telling you, is wellness, not the health, wellness. Now look at that, how, health has become wellness. Now people want to buy wellness. Are you ready to give? It can come in the form of food. It can come in the form of your skin. It can come in the form of your mental peace. It can come in any form. But people will take wellness rather than health. Health obviously will be the center point, particularly in pandemic times.
Fantastic. I think we are coming to an end. And if I were to summarize this, you mentioned about investing in mentor. You mentioned about these small cooking experiences one should do. You mentioned about being very authentic and very genuine about whatever you want to do in terms of your product and services offering, very natural, which can connect, which can resonate with people. You mentioned about, that don't think about money, just go with the flow, no amount of Excel sheet, because I agree with you. I mean, it's you who bring that life into that idea. It's idea doesn't have any life. So I think it's your effort, it's your initiative, and you'll polish it and you'll build that craft. So I think this is certainly so. And I think before taking any plunge, think of your finances for at least a couple of years, planning it well, taking your family in confidence. Fantastic. I'm sure this.
One line to add with that, you can always do that if you have 6 months salary in your bank.
Brilliant.
Keep 6 months salary in your bank and you can jump anywhere. You can jump anywhere.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mr. Raghuraman. You are a mentor for so many of the friends whom I know. It's always so privileged and an honor to interact with you. And I'm feeling very enthusiastic and empowered right now. Folks, all those who are listening the live or the recorded session, we are going to come live same time, 6 p.m. next Saturday on yet another important topic, which is about building resilience. How do you build resilience in yourself to fly in your life, to fly in your career? With these thoughts, thank you to Mr. Raghuraman and thank you for watching this. Thank you so much.